Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You can't get cherry soda, 'cause they've got to sell their quota. And the way things are, I guess they know. They've got a zillion tons of coffee.
Well, we went to put a coffee shop in the business building because there's a coffee shop over there by the student union building. There's nothing over here for students to grab a cup of coffee and get a Danish because there's a ton of students that walk through here every day, and there's no place to buy coffee or get a Danish or anything. So, and Dr. Barry has did this change project, so we figured, it'd be a great idea to have this set up.
And we find a great big $50 bill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
Hey, so what do you think of having a coffee shop here in the COBM building?
It's okay. Something interesting. I didn't expect them to have a coffee shop here. It's okay. It's okay.
So they didn't really advertise it. Why does he don't have any coffee on you?
No, I don't drink coffee. That's why. Although I would buy some snacks, but I think they're kind of expensive. But I think they might be cheaper than over there. That shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Check that out.
I know.
Save a lot of time to go to the next building. That way we won't be late for class and we can get some coffee before class. So I don't go to the lunch room because it's so far.
Okay, how about the prices?
It's a little expensive. It's $2.
Why enjoy having a coffee shop here in the COBM building?
I think it's a good idea. I don't really drink coffee, but yeah, it's a good idea, something new. Probably need it in here, There's a lot of people that might find it useful. So.
You think it'll make money?
I mean, probably, I think so. I mean, we had some, I've seen some people come up and get some coffee, so I guess it would.
We'll see how it works out. So what do you think about having a coffee shop here in the COBM building?
I think it's a great idea. It attracts a lot of the business majors, and it's very convenient for the faculty. I think it's a great idea.
It's a shorter walk too, right?
It's a shorter walk too. Plus, like, if you're working on a project, you don't have to stop in the middle of your project, close your laptop, put everything away just to get a cup of coffee. You can just it'll be right there. Right, pretty much. So yeah.
So what do you think about having a coffee shop here in the COBM building?
I think it's a good idea, but I think it interferes with the study. I always thought of this as a quiet place to study. So there's a coffee shop, there's going to be people hanging around like it is over there.
Yeah, attract a lot more attention, more crowds.
Yes.
Make it hard to study, right?
Taken away from the being quiet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you think it's not so good an idea? Just a different opinion. Okay.
Something to work with.
So what do you think about having a coffee shop here in the COBM building?
I think it'll be good. It'll be beneficial. It'll keep people from having to walk back and forth from over there to over here. I mean, it's not even the big issue about the walk. It's more of creating camaraderie amongst people in the business environment. So I think it'll be very good. Normally this is a pretty quiet area, but and some of the times it'll be good to have groups of people who can interact and pretty much talk about the future and kind of like a form of networking.
Networking, right? As business students, we have to learn how to network and start networking.
Absolutely. So I'm all for it.
No potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santa's all say no to the local color, serving coffee with a cruller. Dunking doesn't take a lot of skill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. Man, the coffee in Brazil. Hey, Pedro, get the flashlight. I cannot find the sugar.